Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how you can basically build anything using n8n and Lovable. Before that, let's have a look at our workflow. Basically, our users are going to interact with our Lovable landing page, and the information from Lovable is going to be sent to n8n, and n8n has an AI agent, and that AI agent is equipped with different tools such as OpenAI's models, or any other AI models to basically process the user's information and return them back to lovable.com. And Lovable itself is connected to different tools to basically augment your platform. You could connect it to a Stripe, you could connect it to Sopobase. You choose. It's very flexible. Okay, now that you have a better understanding of our general workflow, let's go back to n8n. And the first thing we need to have is a webhook, and that webhook is going to retrieve the information from Lovable, and it's going to send it back to the AI agent, and the AI agent is connected to OpenAI, and it's going to generate the response, and it's going to send it back to the webhook, so it's going to be sent to lovable.com. And the first thing we need to do is that we need to grab a webhook. Okay, so I'm going to say webhook, and I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to change the method to post. Fantastic. And I'm going to click on it, and we're good. Okay, so now we have a webhook that can get connected to lovable.com. Now we can log into Lovable. Lovable has a free version, but the free version is limited, and using Lovable you can create any website or app using just prompts. Okay, so I've already came up with a prompt for us, so this is my prompt, and I'm gonna send the prompt, and the prompt says create an app called Solve It. This app has two parts. First is a text field where users can describe the problem they are facing, and the second one is a drop-down menu where users can choose the tone of the output. The drop-down menu has the following three levels. It has realistic, funny, and outrageous. When I click solve this, send both data to this webhook as a post request. And as you remember, we had a URL, and I'm just gonna copy that URL, and I'm gonna come back to Lovable, and I'm just gonna paste the URL. And also we can provide Lovable with an example of a landing page to get inspirations from. Okay, so if I go to Google, I can find inspirations for landing pages. So I'm just gonna screenshot this, and I'm just gonna pass this to Lovable, and I'm gonna tell Lovable to use the picture I uploaded for inspiration. Okay, something like that. Doesn't need to be fancy. So I'm gonna send the prompt, and Lovable is gonna work on the solution. So going back to n8n, we know that we need a webhook, and we do have a webhook, but we also need to have an AI agent. So I'm going to click on AI, and I'm going to click on AI agent, and here we need to change the source to define below, and here we can provide a prompt to the AI agent, and our prompt is going to have two parts. First is the problem, and the second is the tone that we want our response to be in. Okay, and now that we have the problem and we have the tone, I'm gonna come here, and I'm gonna provide it with a system message, and the system message basically tells the AI agent how to deal with this information. Okay, so I've already provided the system message in my previous workflow, so I'm just gonna copy it, and you can also copy me. So I'm gonna copy this, and I'm gonna come here, and I'm gonna paste it. So let's read the system message. Overview. You are an AI excuse generator. Your job is to create clever, creative, and context-appropriate excuses that someone could use to avoid or get out of a situation. Instructions. You will receive a problem as well as a tone for the excuse. Possible tones include realistic, believable and reasonable, funny, lighthearted and humorous, outrageous. And your excuse should be 1 to 3 sentences, and the output should basically be the excuse. So that's our system message. And let's go back to Lovable. And Lovable is still working on our prompt. Oh, it's done. Okay. So this is the website it came up with, and here we have the text field, we have our drop down menu, and I like that it uses basically emojis. That's very creative. And we can click on solve this, and here we have credit counts. As you remember, each problem we solve is going to give us 1 credit. Okay, so now it's time to submit one problem. So I'm going to say I left my work document inside the house, and I'm gonna set the tone to be funny, and I'm gonna go back to n8n, and I'm gonna basically click on execute workflow. Okay, so before doing that, we need to connect our AI agent with the chat model. So I'm going to say OpenAI chat model, and you can use any chat model. I just like OpenAI, and I'm just going to use GPT 4.1 mini. If you don't have an API key, go to openai.com and just sign up for an API key. Okay, and once you do that, you can basically listen for external events. Okay, and I'm going to come to Lovable, and I'm just going to click on solve this problem submitted, and I'm going to go back to n8n, and as we can see, the problem was in fact submitted, and the output, no, not the output, I'm going to go to webhook, and the webhook says I left my work document inside the house. That's the problem we had. And if I go back to AI agent, we now need to put the appropriate variables in front of the correct fields. So this is my problem, and the tone should also be here, so I'm going to just pass the tone. So now we have the problem, and now we have the tone. So our AI agent has all the information it needs to provide us with the output. And as you can see, if I click here, our OpenAI, our GPT came up with an answer. It was, could you please provide the problem and the tone you would like the excuse for. So it asked for the problem and it asked for the tone, but as you remember, we did not have the variables at that time. So now we should be good, but before doing it again, we need to make sure that we can send back the response to lovable.com. So we are going to use a webhook for that. I'm going to click on webhook, not this webhook. So this time we need to use a different type of webhook. Okay, webhook, and I don't know why it keeps choosing this one. Webhook, respond to webhook. That's the one we are going to use, and we are going to let it be first incoming item. We are not going to change that, but we are going to go back to our webhook, and I'm gonna change immediately to using respond to webhook node. That's what I'm gonna do. So now we should be good to basically rerun this, but this time I want to make sure, this time I want to make sure that Lovable can basically receive the information from n8n, and in order to do that, we need to provide it with another set of instructions, and this is the instruction. So let me just paste it here, and let me just send it back, send it to Lovable. Basically, I'm asking, when the data gets sent to the webhook, we wait for the response from the webhook, then output that in a field that says, here is your excuse. Keep in mind that the data will be sent in an output field, and make sure you're going to send you're gonna say output field, because sometimes Lovable might look into other fields. The output field is the correct field. So it's working on our request and it should be done pretty soon. Okay, so okay. So, oh, it was very fast. So now if we provide the problem, we are gonna get the response on Lovable. So we don't need to go back to n8n. I left my work document inside the house. Okay, and for the tone, this time I'm gonna choose outrageous and I'm gonna click on solve this. So the problem solved. Okay, here is your excuse. I had to wrestle a family of raccoons who broke into my house and stole my work document as their new nesting material. Had to let them keep it just to avoid full-blown wildlife standoff. As you can see, the output was generated very fast, and the output is truly outrageous. If you like this video, please like it, and also consider subscribing to my channel so you can get more of these videos in the future, and let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. Thank you very much and have a great day.